Well, I'm up here working on this beast, and I got the head popped off, and looking at that, I see a little bit of water there, but I don't really see a blown head gasket on this side, or a cracked head, really. I could be wrong. I just don't see a problem, so I'm going to have to take off the other side now. So anyway, that wasn't been the side I thought. So I'm going to go ahead and take the other side apart. Well, I wonder if that's a blown head gasket. Look at that. Well, I guess the wrong side. I got grit down on my cylinder. Not very cool at all. I guess that's my problem. And let's see if the head's shot. I don't know. Well, here's the blown head gasket right here. See it? And you can see where it blew out on me. You see all this? You see how that cylinder ring, or where the head went, is nice and even. Over here it's distorted. I think it's been blowing out for a long time, because I did find a little water in my oil, but it just wasn't very much. It just so I just kept running it. Just kept running the oil in it. On this baby. So I should take the head in. I don't know where to take it. So I'm going to go ask the mechanic down the street if he has a recommendation. Anyway, I may not need a new head. Probably work with the head I have, which that's good news. I don't know if it's going to need valves. I don't know what it needs. But I'll have the pros look at it and we'll find out. So I'm going to show you the greenhouse now. So here's the greenhouse. I kind of got it buttoned up. I tried to straighten the plastic as much as I could, but such as it is, there it is. So I got this plastic on the top of the door and beside the door there. It's just single air. It's a very nice day today. And I never really trust this because I don't think it's 72 degrees out here. I think the calibration's wrong on it or something. But I mean, it's probably maybe 60. And it shows in here 80. And I actually believe that one. I was in here earlier and I was just sweating. So this tomato doesn't know it's dead. We have green over here. It's laying on top of the concrete over here. So that's probably why it did not die. I'm amazed how well this greenhouse actually kept stuff alive first week of December. You saw how open it was. So, save the tomatoes. Maybe. We shall see. So I kind of just threw this stuff up off the floor so I could quit crushing it. Squash right here. But you see there is some green in here. The blossoms that definitely died here. But there's green fruit on some of this stuff. We're going to see if we can keep it growing. I wanted to show you this. Oh yeah, I also, this was kind of just rolled up out of the way. That's why it looks so nasty, but I put the old plastic back down. And like I said, I was sweating. It was so hot in here with the sunshine, I had to leave. See those little baby squashes? The squash plant doesn't know to be dead. It's still trying. It's not dead. Probably will be soon enough, but I thought that was interesting. We'll The tomatoes back there, trying to live. Today is not the day for this because I'm working on the beast and yes. I'm just not sure if we can salvage any of that, but we're going to try. I'm going to put a cold frame in here with lights on it, double insulate that baby, and we'll just see how it goes. Anyway, it's not so hot in here now because the clouds came, but I got to get all this just untended mess cleaned up. Save the tomatoes. I'm also thinking about keyholing these beds, get in there and work on them. It's a little more effective, I think. Trying to use this as just a big wide bed, it doesn't always work out just right. It's hard to get in there. So maybe a little less growing space, but a little bit more access. Maybe build the beds up a little higher type of thing. And I don't know if it's worth all that, because again, it's not top priority. But just the fact that I lost all those other tomatoes and I still have these, I'm gonna give it a shot. See if I can keep them alive. It is first week of December, so I just have like 90 days. If I can keep them alive for 90 days, I'll have suckers for next spring. Get a really good start on tomatoes. Anyway, I thought that was interesting. I'll get back with you when I start cleaning this place up and start trying to save. I bought a little time for sure because they were still alive yesterday before I started on this. And this end is all beat up. The other plastic down there is not so bad, so I can maybe just put a little piece in here for my double layer. Most of my double layer is still there. Just needs a little help. So not a whole ton of work. Yeah, and I might just throw down some stepping stones or something and just not try to change the beds just yet. So we'll see. So I'm getting ready to go start on my water tower now. I'm also going to see if I can talk to my neighbor about checking out those heads. Get that baby back. I may be able to get the beast running. That would be awesome. So anyway, I'll talk to you more later. Well, I'm putting my strips on of the tank here, and it's impossible to get them on without getting them wrinkled, just because the two planes are not even with each other, and it just you can't get them on just right. I tried and tried. They just wrinkle up on you. And that metal's going to do what it's going to do. Well, that one looks rough. Maybe I'll be able to straighten that one out. But I'm out of screws and I'm out of metal. Yeah, some of them I could probably do a little better with. That one I'll have to redo for sure. You can see that it's got a bow in it. It's not even straight. So, I needed 10 strips. I bought two 50-foot rolls. More than 10 actually. So I got 8 done. Well, I have enough for one more. I'm out of screws as well. So I have 3 more to do. One more piece, then I'll have a half. I could splice one, then I'll still be one short. So I'm just going to go ahead and buy a whole nother roll and put full pieces with no splices. And more screws, and I'll just get them as straight as I can. I'm not thrilled with it, but there's really not a more practical way of closing these gaps. I noticed that some of my batten boards also need more screws. There's some loose stuff, so I have to use specifically 2 inserts like this right here. Yes. I'll have to go back over the whole thing really well. So I'm going to call it a day for now since I'm out of screws and out of metal. So I can order that and move on. Got to push hay bale. These short days are kind of a bummer. So anyway, I'll do it again. Tomorrow's project tomorrow. So, y'all have a good one.